me, say hi and send me a star. So if you send me stars, it makes a difference. So send me stars. So if you can see me live, I'm just going live on Instagram. On live. Yes, I'm live everywhere now. So good morning, everybody. How are you this morning? Don't know what the internet connection will be like. It's been dropping out because there's work happening on the high street in front of the house. They're digging up the fiber optic cables and putting new ones in, which will help us in the long term, but is not helping me right now. So let's just hope for the best this morning on this live. I hope that we're having a trouble streaming to Facebook. Surprise, there had to be one, didn't there? There had to be one of the platforms where it just wouldn't work today. So it's not going to my personal page. Should be on my business page. Should be on LinkedIn, should be on Instagram and YouTube. So I hope you're really well. If you're watching live, let me know. Do say, hey, Mandy, I'm here, because I can see your comments on some of the platforms. Send me stars, because that makes a difference to me. If you're enjoying the live, send me stars. And let me know where you're watching from. So this morning, we are going to be talking about how to write copy that converts into sales, because that's what we all want in our business, isn't it? So I'm going to give you some top tips, 3 top tips on how to really think about your copy that you are writing, that you are posting on your social media sites, etc., because it is really one of the most important things to do, because how you speak to your customer matters. It matters. So for those of you that don't know me, I am Mandy Nicholson, and I am the Creative Genius Consultant. I'm an artist. I'm an author. I'm the owner of a creative retreat in Scotland, and I help creative and neurodivergent women to launch, grow, and scale their businesses and make more money. And I do that by picking business apart and repurposing it. Let's just say that, for creative minds, because ultimately your mind it's amazing, but it's different. The neurotypical brain thinks very differently to the creative and neurodiverse brain. So you need help that is tailored to you and how you think. Now, if you do think differently, if you do think you're creative, if you think you're neurodivergent, I've put the link to my freebie, The Mind of a Creative, in the descriptor here. If you're watching on Instagram and you want to get your hands on that, you can go to my website, work with me, freebies, and it's The Mind of a Creative freebie. Do get it and have a look at it. It will help you to understand yourself. And I think that's really the starting point, isn't it? The more we understand ourselves and how we think, the easier it is to be able to speak to our customer. So, why does copy matter? Why does it matter what you write on your posts? So let's discuss why writing impactful copy is essential for creatives. Yeah, your copy serves as a bridge between your artistry, your craft, your creativity, your writing, whatever it is, and your audience. It's the bridge that connects the two of you. It's your chance to convey the emotion behind your work and business and reel in collectors, buyers, and clients. That's what copy does for you. It's so important. It's like you're in a room with people talking to them, and how you talk to them matters if they're going to buy from you. So let's explore how to craft copy that paints a vivid picture and converts into sales. So tip number 1, and I've got these written down, so I'm going to read from my notes. Tip number 1, the most important thing that you can do when you are writing copy is to know your audience. And before you know your audience, you need to know yourself. So being really clear on who you are, how you're going to show up, what you do, and then who you're talking to in order for them to buy your product or service is the number one most important thing you need to do when thinking about writing copy for your socials. Okay, so that's number one. So we're going to explore that. Think of it in this way. When you create art, you're often inspired by who you want to connect with or what you want to connect with. So think about that. Are they art collectors that will buy your work? Are they interior designers? Are they parents looking for artwork for kids' rooms? Are they a married couple that are looking to redesign their interior and need some inspiration? Who is your audience? So, for example, as an artist, if you were focusing on landscapes and nature scenes, envision someone who loves the outdoors and wants to bring a slice of that beauty of the outdoors into their home. They would then be your ideal client. Tailor your copy to evoke that emotional connection. Describe how your artwork will remind them of their favorite hikes or weekend adventures. So it's about connecting with who you identify your ideal client is. So you do landscapes, you do nature, you do outdoorsy, you're targeting people that love the outdoors and that want to bring an element of that into their home. My live has just died on, honestly, Facebook at the minute. That's a nightmare. My live. Hello, are you back? Please let me know. Hi. Connect streaming software to go live. Oh my goodness. What is it about Facebook that can't actually stream live at the minute? Please let me know if you're still live. Maria's, I'm seeing comments now in my group, but I can't see the video anymore. So can you see the video still? Let me go and check on my phone. Honestly, every week that I do a live, there's some problem or other on one of the platforms. It's driving me absolutely doolally. Yeah, let me just check in Creative Genius Corner to see if that's still streaming live. It looks like it is, but it might be behind. So just let me know in the comments if you can still see my live video. And if not sure what I can do about that. Anyway, so thinking about who your customer is, how you connect with them on their level. That's number one. Top tip number two is focusing on benefits, not features. There's a difference between features and benefits. So we've lost the sound. Okay, I've just had a message saying we've lost the sound in my group. It's streaming elsewhere. Ugh, honestly, goodness to Murgatroyd. Every week I've got to try and sort out the horrible tech that just isn't working. Honestly. Does my nut in this, Facebook? What is the problem with your Facebook that you can't just work? Unbelievable. I did a really long live last night onto my business page with a couple of colleagues, which was fantastic, about the connection between neurodiversity and creativity. And it went for an hour and 18 minutes. It dropped out a few times, but it managed to stream to like most of the pages all of the time. So I don't know what the problem is at 11 o'clock. Maybe they've dug through one of the fiber optic cables, who knows? Anywho, I'm just going to keep going because that's what you do when you're a professional, isn't it? You just keep going, hope for the best, and hope that people can catch up elsewhere. I'll share it into my group from other platforms. So tip number two is focusing on benefits, not features. So what's the difference? As artists or creatives, we often think about the technical aspects of our work, like the mediums we use or the techniques we apply. So when we're sharing copy, often I'll see that this is an acrylic on canvas and then the size. And what you actually need to be doing is using copy that really hooks your audience because it's how it makes them feel. Yes, they need to know that information, but that could be almost done in the comments, not as the main part and body of your copy. For instance, instead of saying this piece uses acrylic paints and mixed media, try saying, and I've written this down, this vibrant artwork will fill your space with energy and inspire joy every time you walk by. You're inviting the buyer, the customer, the owner of that piece to experience the emotional benefits of your creativity. You're focusing on the benefits. Features are, it's an acrylic on canvas, it's 60 by 90, it's varnished. Those are the features. Those are the technical things that they need to know. What size is it? What's it done in? Comes with a certificate of authenticity. That's just information. That can go in the comments. That should never be in the main body of your work, because it's the emotional impact of the piece that you really want to be focusing on in terms of selling. And this is all about selling, sales, and converting them into money in your bank account. Okay. The third tip is, there is no point in putting a post out and thinking about your copy and putting a great graphic with it. And that is another thing. Think about your graphic without a call to action. How do you call them to action? So let's look at what I said about the piece. This vibrant artwork will fill your space with energy and inspire joy every time you walk by. If you would like to own it, click here to buy it now, or go to my website. I'd rather you didn't send them to your website. I'd rather you send them to a direct link to buy it now, or explore payment options, making art affordable. You've got to call them to action. So know your audience, know yourself, know your audience and who you're speaking to. Focus on benefits, not features. What are the benefits of this? And then call them to action. Take action. Buy it now. Contact me. DM me if you like it, then you follow up. But call to action, really strong call to action. And a strong call to action is less than 5 words. So click here to buy now. You don't have to do a sentence. Click here is enough. Click here. But do a descriptive one as well. Click here to buy now. That's the call to action. Yeah? Or DM me to buy this piece. Keep it less, 5 words or less, and strongly call them to action once you've hit that emotional benefits. Okay, so that's the recap. Know your audience and yourself. Visualize who your perfect customer is for the piece that you are creating, and craft your message for them and only them. You want them to say, it's like she's speaking to me. Number 2, focus on the benefits, not features. Share the emotional impact of your piece and what it will have, the emotional impact it will have on their lives. And 3, strong call to action. Direct them very clearly on what to do next to purchase from you. Now, whether that's a piece of art, whether that's a course, whether that's your book, whether that's a piece of craft work, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Same principles apply. Those are my top 3 tips to writing copy that converts. Now, you can use ChatGPT, give it very, very clear instructions. And if you're using AI, make sure you are putting the detailed description of your ideal customer in there. Let's go back to the landscapes. Give it instructions. Say, I would like you to write me some copy to sell a beautiful piece of a watercolor landscape, let's say, to an outdoorsy person who goes hiking and trekking and spends lots of time in nature. And I want you to focus on features, not benefits. Give it very, very clear instructions when you are using ChatGPT or any other AI platform, so that you can hit that right for that particular piece. Now, if you paint lots of different styles, make sure that the piece you are writing about is going to be aimed at the right customer. Always think about who is the customer for this piece. Who is the customer for this piece of craft, for this piece of art? Who's the customer for the book? Who's the customer for the course that I'm selling? Who is the customer that is going to have a benefit in their lives, and what is that benefit? Okay, so thank you for joining me today. I hope these tips empower you to write more compelling copy for your social media that really reflects your genius and your talent, because that's what's important. That bridge, remember, it's the bridge that connects you to your perfect customer to sell the piece of work that you are selling. And don't forget to like, share, and follow, and give me stars, so that other people can get these tips as well. And I will see you same time, same place next week, different teaching, whatever it is I decide to talk about next week. Have an awesome week, and thank you for being here.